You guys will see our little red dot. And today we have a very special guest, and I see some of you peeking at him. Who is it? Who's that? Destiny? I think it's Mr. Sam or Clark.
Who do you think, Dust? First. Mr. Sam or Mr. Clark? Mr. Clark. Here, Jimmy.
All right, so Mr. Clark's going to read us the story today for our February Reading Month Challenge. So we're going to get ready, get set, go.
Well, thanks for letting me be here on this wonderful Wednesday. It's good to see Molly and Desi and Jody and Lori and Connie's room. I have one of my two favorite books that I'm reading today, and it is called Stand Tall, Molly Lou Mellon. Might have to get a little closer so you can see. Very nice book, has a great message. So here we go. Molly Lou Mellon stood just taller than her dog and was the shortest girl in the first grade. She didn't mind. Her grandma told her, walk as proudly as you can and the world will look up to you. There we go. Look at her ladder to her bed. It's really tall. And look how tall she is. Not very tall at all. Oh, I'm going to stand up. So she did. Look at her on the railing. That's not really safe. So you need to be really careful. Molly Lou Mellon had buck teeth that stuck out so far she could stack pennies on them. She didn't mind. Her grandma told her, smile big and the world will smile right alongside you. Look at her in the mirror. She's in the mirror right there. Looking at her face. Whoa. So she did. Look how close she is. Molly Lou Mellon had a voice that sounded like a bullfrog being squeezed by a boa constrictor. She didn't mind. Her grandma told her, sing out clear and strong and the world will cry tears of joy. There she is singing. Look at that frog's face. He's like, what is going on, lady? Look at that. So she did. Singing. Look at all those animals. They're listening to her sing. Molly Lou Mellon was often fumble fingers. She didn't mind though. Her grandma told her, believe in yourself and the world will believe in you too. Look at her stacking up all of those dishes right there. She's trying to carry them. That's a lot of dishes to do. Look at that. So she did. Always doing crazy things. Then Molly Lou Mellon moved to a new town. She had to say goodbye to her grandma and to all her friends. And that was a sad day. Look at her friend over here. She's really sad. You can see it. She's not. She's sad that she's losing her friend. And Molly Lou Mellon is saying, goodbye. Goodbye, friends. And she started at a new school. And the school bus come picking her up, starting her new school. On the first day of school, Ronald Durkin called her Shrimpo in gym class. When the game started, Molly Lou Mellon caught the football, ran under the legs of Ronald Durkin, and scored a touchdown. All the kids thought, wow, she's good. And Ronald Durkin felt foolish. Oh, great picture. Look at Ronald Durkin flying in the air. And look at our friend Molly running with the football. Really fast. On the second day of school, Ronald Durkin called her Bucky-Tooth Beaver. Molly Lou Mellon took out her pennies, stacked 10 high on her teeth, and smiled as big as day. All the children smiled with glee, and Ronald Durkin again felt foolish. Look at that. Look at all those pennies on there. Isn't that amazing? On the third day of school, Ronald Durkin said, "You sound like a sick duck, honk, honk." Molly Lou Melon sang out a quack so clear and strong that it made Ronald Durkin somersault backwards and hit his head, and he had to go to the nurse's office. He was out for the rest of the day, and Ronald Durkin felt foolish. Oh, he fell down. Poor guy. Hopefully it did not have any long-lasting effects. On the fourth day of school, Ronald Durkin said that she made the snowflake all wrong. But Molly Lou Melon opened up her paper and revealed the most beautiful paper snowflake of all. All the children oohed and awed, even Ronald Durkin. Look at that nice snowflake. Whew, that's a big snowflake. On the fifth day of school, Ronald Durkin brought Molly Lou Melon a stacking penny for her tooth and smiled at her. Aw, very cute. Look at that. That night, Molly Lou Melon took out a pencil and paper and wrote a letter to her grandma. "Dear Grandma, I wanted to tell you that everything you told me was exactly right. Love, Molly Lou Melon." Look at her grandma. It's about the same size as Molly Lou Melon sitting on that chair. Look at that cat, huge cat. And that's the story of Molly Lou Melon. Great story with a great message.
Thank you, Mr. Clark.
You are welcome. Everyone have a great day.
All right, guys, wasn't that fun to have a guest reader for our February Reading Month challenge? So I'm going to ask you guys some questions about Mr. Clark's story. Okay, you ready? Do you guys think this story was about our Molly? Yes or no? Remember, they said she's got big buck teeth. She sounds like a duck. And she's a little tiny. What do you think? Does that look like our Molly? I see lots of no's. No, it wasn't about our Molly. But let's see. Let's look at our Molly. Do you guys see her face? She's smiling. She's got big eyeballs. Do you think it makes our Molly feel special to have a story with her name? Yes or no? What do you think, Des? Do you think it makes Molly feel special? You have no sound. Okay. All right, Desi, did I miss your answer? Yes, okay, yeah. It would make you feel special if someone had a story with your name. So do you think we should try and find stories that have Destiny and Joey in them? Yes, okay, Miss Connie and I will work on that for story time. We'll try and find stories so you guys can feel special too. Now, Mr. Clark's story talked about somebody who was not very nice to Molly Lou. How do you think that made Molly feel? Do you think it made her feel happy? Hi, Joey. There you go. So do you think if someone's mean to her, did it make her feel happy or sad? Sad. Joey, your friends agree it would make you feel sad. It's not very nice when people are mean to us.
See you later.
Okay, so next, at the very end of the story, they talked about how the boy who was mean gave her a coin to step on her tooth.
No, ours does that.
Signing her friends. Do you give presents to people you don't like? Yes or no?
I've got enough. I have like a couple thousand and they're just.
No, you don't give presents to people you don't like. I'm glad you guys said that. I was going to get really nervous because you guys give me presents sometimes. I was going to get nervous. But yeah, no, you only give presents to people you like. So it's important part of the story that sometimes people might hurt your feelings, but you can forgive them and be friends, right? Have you guys ever had people be not nice to you? What do you think, Molly B? Can you show me your yes card? Mom says it's by you. I see the smile giggles. You got to show me yes. I see it, Jess. Nice job. Yeah. Thank you, Molly. Yeah, sometimes people hurt our feelings and it happens on accident, right? Makes us feel yucky inside. So it's important. So that story talked about feeling good about yourself, even if people are mean, and forgiving people who are mean. So it's a good story. So we are going to check out our February reading challenge. We had our first story, which was a Coretta Scott King. Do you guys remember what story it was? Was it our Stinky Feet or Firebird? Was it A, our Stinky Feet, or B, our Firebird story? Yeah, good job. Okay. We have find a book that rhymes and read it out loud. Do you guys remember this story? We were all sweaty and huffing and puffing with Miss Angie. It was our Hop on Pop story. We did a reread a favorite book and a Valentine one, and that was I Love You and Cheese Pizza. Nope, that was Gilbert and Stinky Feet. So roses are pink, your feet stink. Then we did our President's Day story where we learned about George Washington and Abraham Lincoln. And then, I don't know, what do you guys think? Does Mr. Clark's story fit this one? Where you close your eyes and you pick a book off your shelf? Should we mark that one? Connie says no. Okay, let's keep reading. So we have read the first book in a series you've never tried. And we're reading the Boxcar Children. So we did that one. We have our Ask a Librarian, which is what's a book you fell in love with as a kid? So, and I'm going to tell you it's not that one because that one has a guest reader and they're going to read to us this week at school. Okay, so we know it's not that one. Then we have read a book with delicious food in the title. That's I Love You and Cheese Pizza. Okay, so is it read a book about an athlete? Was Molly Lou Mellon an athlete? No. Did Mr. Clark read the book Under the Covers? No. So I think it was this, he chose it from his shelf. So we'll mark this, and that means we have 3 stories left this month. So what do you guys think? Are we gonna finish our challenge? We only have 2 more days to do this. So are we gonna finish our challenge? Yes or no? Yes? All right, we'll finish our challenge. And remember, there's a prize on the line if we finish, okay? All right, so that is actually it for this session. At 11:30, we are going to play Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? And it's gonna be a review of everything we learned in February. And then as a sneak surprise, keep your eyes on Mr. Clark. He is gonna be a guest star sometime soon on a Wednesday. So you guys have to keep paying attention to see if you can find Mr. Clark again, okay? All right, bye friends. We'll see you at 11:30, okay?
Bye. Bye.
Hi, nice story, Mr. Clark.
Thank you, Dad.
Mm.